How's it going, everybody? We're going to do a minor scratch repair. How to do it yourself, actually, for the do-it-yourselfer. Few things you need. A Jenga block, you'll find under your couch if you have kids. Walk into your local body shop, explain you're repairing the scratch yourself, and you'd like to purchase a few pieces of sandpaper. They should have no problem doing that. What you need is a 1500. It can be any brand, as long as it's 1500. Second of all, you need a 3000 grit foam pad made by 3M, Trizac. The same thing in a 5000 grit. Should cost you a couple bucks. I'm going to use a over-the-counter store-bought compound. Then you need the scratch. We're going to simulate a light scuff or a little surface scratch or something. And my wife has generously given up her Lamborghini hood for this demo. Thank you. So we're going to place a simulated scratch. I'm actually using a piece of metal. Or more boldly, we'll do a key. First thing you need to know, or do, is run your nail on it. If it hitches too much, I wouldn't attempt this. But see, it's hitching right there. So it's slightly deep. We're going to start with the 1500. You're going to make a nice straight line. Take our Jenga block and wrap it around. Then we're going to make sure there's no dust, no dirt on the surface that you're going to be repairing. Any dirt will just create more scratches. And then we're going to start to slowly remove the scratch. Circular motions works well. Do not use your finger with the sandpaper like this, because it will create a little bit of a dent, believe it or not. The Jenga block works awesome. Anything coarser than 1500, you will have a hard time polishing it out by hand. You don't want to go too crazy, but you want to remove the scratch. The majority of it is gone. You see no white line, which tells me we're on our way. Second step, we'll be taking your 3000 grit. Cut a nice straight line again. Wrap it around your Jenga block. We need to dampen it. Make it slightly wet. It's the only way this type of sandpaper will cut. This will not damage anything. It doesn't take too much off. All it does is remove the 1500 grit. You can be pretty aggressive with this. The longer you spend on it, the easier it's going to be to hand polish. Extend a little bit beyond where you sanded. And wipe it clean. At this point, if you have an electric buffer, you can take your store-bought non-gritty compound and polish it up. It will come up very nice. But we're doing this for a do-it-yourselfer, and we're going to assume you have no electric buffer. Now we're going to take our 5,000 grit. This is ultimate fine. Create another line. And our trusty Jenga block, wrap it around the same way. Dampen the area and do the same thing. This is removing 3,000 grit. Very, very effective. You can spend quite a bit of time doing this, and the hand polish will be quick and easy. Very important to not let the edge of the Jenga block hit the surface. Make sure it's fully wrapped. At this point, if you have an electric buffer, or one of your neighbors or friends has one, it's cool to use. If not, this will very easily polish up by hand. Store-bought, nothing special. The important thing, you want to make sure it's not gritty. It can be somewhat gritty, but you don't want to feel coarseness, because that will just end up scratching the hood even more. We're going to use one of my old t-shirts here, nice and clean. Make sure there's no dirt around the area, and begin to polish it up. This will not damage the paint whatsoever. It'll just remove the 5,000. You can rub pretty vigorously, pretty hard, and add a little bit more. The Meguiar's stuff seems to work very well. Keep rubbing by hand. Then dry it to see where you are. As you can see, the sanding marks, everything is completely gone. If you see a slight bit of haze, it can only be the 5,000 left. Spend a lot of time sanding with the 5,000. You will not damage the paint, and it will remove everything cool. We're going to do it again. Extend a little bit beyond the area. Remove the residue. Constantly flipping the cloth for a clean spot. And there we go. That's how you fix a scratch. Just make sure your nail doesn't hitch too much. If it does, you might want to seek professional advice. And never use anything coarser than 1,500. It's very hard to remove by hand. Thanks for watching. See ya.